Life before a better way. I grew up in a pretty abusive family. I had to go through some things as a child that led to me in a really dark place at a young age, and I led to going in and out of state white C's and gang banging at a young age, and was very hateful towards my mother and my father. And as I grew up, I found myself in a dark place, and the only thing that I could use to numb the pain was I started using marijuana about the age 8 years old with my mother. And after smoking marijuana for 2-3 years, I got introduced to methamphetamine at the age of 15. And I was hooked on methamphetamines from 15 till I was 36 years old. And then I went from methamphetamines to heroin and started doing heroin real bad. And I just spiraled out of control and ended up in jail and prisons, and just had an uncontrolled life. I knew I needed help when I tried to commit suicide because I was in that dark place and I didn't know what to do with my life anymore. And I was tired of fighting something that I couldn't win anymore. So I tried to commit suicide, and I realized at that moment that it was time for me to surrender and dedicate my life to the Lord and to make a change and a difference in my life. I heard about A Better Way through a graduate, Keith Smith, told me about this place and told me it would probably be the hardest thing that I ever did. So I looked up the number and gave Billy a phone call, and he asked me when I can come, and I told him I'd be there on Monday. And on the ride up to the ministry, I surrendered and asked God to just get a hold of me. And when I got to the ministry, I was like, man, this is such a beautiful place. Coming down Stallings Road, I pulled up on the property, and I was like, man, this is so beautiful. It's the most prettiest thing that I've ever seen. And I was like, man, I get to live in something like this. You know, I'm used to living in, nasty places, and I'm like, God, thank you for this. So the structure of the ministry when I first came here, the 4:45 wake up, was tough at first. The reverence, when I told me I couldn't talk till 8 o'clock, man, you're out of your mind. The sentences, like the way, if you get in trouble, you get wrote up and have to do sentences, and I'm like, man, this is just crazy. I'd rather just go to prison than have to be here. And it was the toughest thing that I ever had to do, but it was all worth it, and it paid off in the end. So a true brotherhood, I didn't realize until I came to the ministry, you can depend on that next brother to help you through things that you're going through, and know that he's there for you and to be there for you, and not the drugs or the alcohol, to really show you what a brother is all about. Really struck gold with me because I'm not used to having that in my life. And it's a blessing to have a brother come and tell you they love you and they're proud of you, and you're like, my own brothers never told me this. And just to know that from somebody that you don't even know, I knew I was in the right place. I knew God had put me there for a reason. The Florida trip was amazing. It was the greatest thing I ever got to do in my life. To sit on the beach with Brother John and to really get to know him, and really pour out the things that we've been through in life to him, and just have a relationship with him was just amazing. And to get baptized in Florida was just so amazing. The old man is washed away and I come up clean. A Better Way has gave me the tools to build a relationship with the Lord and to fully depend on the Lord when times get hard. And I really needed that in my life. And the Lord used this ministry to set me free from my addictions and just restore my family, my children. Since I've been here, I've got a driver's license. The Lord has blessed me with a vehicle, and I never knew in my entire life that I can have something like this in my life and be so happy without drugs in it.